All right, here we are in a beautiful Lake Havasu City morning. Been doing a few cars in Lake Havasu lately, and pretty soon I'll be heading north up into beautiful Oregon country and Northern California to do a few. Anyway, beautiful day here, 1928 Ford Tudor Sedan. Very nice little nicely done little street rod. All steel beauty, done here in Lake Havasu City. Definitely a fun car to drive. I drove this car down here to the photo shoot. It was a lot of fun. Drove straight and easy, and we're going to tell you more as we walk around like we usually do. I have my cheat sheet in my hand like I will oftentimes to kind of refresh my old memory. Anyway, it's an all steel body. It has a Bitchin Products firewall and all floor panels on it. It's a body off style restoration. It's sitting on a Pete and Jake's 4-bar suspension front and rear chassis. Really nicely done. Nice little two-tone. It's called a coin base DuPont Chroma base yellow with coin yellow in it, and it has a Charcoals 07 Nissan gray metallic on the top here. Nice professional finish done here in Lake Havasu City. Walk around and we'll tell you more as we go around here. Nice little all steel. It's all steel like I talked about. The rear fenders are nicely bobbed in the back here, and they're obviously widened because I don't think Model A's were that wide. Steel factory running boards. It has dual saddle tanks on it, 9 gallons each side, so it holds 18 gallons for a good road trip. Again, like I said, this one will drive. It has nice little old school pinstriping here along the body belt line. I like cars like this because they're fun, they're just a little bit different, and they're down in an affordable level, which makes this car really neat. It'll be priced right, and it's priced to sell it. See the finish. It's a very straight body. You can see the reflections in the side. This will be a 2-segment video because it does not have any hood or hood sides because they wanted to show off their motor a little bit, and I don't blame them. Nice little Chevy small block. We'll talk about the engine here in just a second. So typically I would stop shortly and then go to an engine segment, but we've got the engine wide open, so we'll take a look at that, and then we'll cover the undercarriage when we're done with a walk around here. Nice little grill shell with some old school pinstriping on the front. Again, the coin yellow is what I would call it. It's spelled C-O-Y-N-E. Underneath the hood here, I'm going to cover the roof line and stuff next, but let me get what's underneath the hood. Apologize for the little shaking around there. It has a 350 Chevy engine, 4-bolt main engine. Nice little camshaft, Edelbrock carb, electronic distributor in it, fully electronic, 100 amp alternator, electric fuel pump. It has short tube headers here. It has a let's see here, an Edelbrock Performer EPS intake manifold. That's either a polished aluminum or I believe it's the Durashine is what they would call it. It is a Durashine intake manifold. Again, the high amp alternator. It's got electric cooling fan here. I drove this thing about 5 miles here and the fan never even came on. Nice little cool morning, about 80 degrees here in Lake Havasu. And so it comes on automatically. It has an electric fuel pump also. This is a coolant recovery tank on it. Has Unisteer on the rack and pinion for the Pete and Jake's chassis. We'll talk about that as we go around here. Nice halogen headlights up front. Again, dual saddle tanks. I'll get that right. Dual saddle tanks. So the front cowl tank is not utilized anymore. I like the saddle tank idea because of the extended fuel range. Catch a little peek of that yellow in the sunlight here. I didn't want too much sun out here this morning. It's always nice to pick up the reflections in a car. The roof line itself is finished with a Chrysler product K-Car roof panel, and you'll see how it's, so the roof panel's been filled. Factory doors and trim was left on it. Still has a little bit of the factory feel, not too much of street rod, but a little bit of street rod. Been modified from stock. We'll get to the inside here, which is nicely done. Recovery room here in Lake Havasu City did the cloth interior upholstery. This car only has about 2,500 miles on it. We'll cover that when we get around to the other side. Nice carpet in the front here, loop carpet in the front, all the way back on the floor pans. It has power windows. Nice cloth seat. This seat here, it's hinged up forward here so that it can tip to let rear passengers in. I'm not going to do it while I have the video camera in my hand here. Doors shut nice and easy. Cute little car. A lot of attention here in the park. A lot of people stop and talk to me about it. Cute car, Weld Racing wheels all the way around. In the back here has a recessed license plate. Later Ford model taillights on it. 3940. Has a third brake light. You'll see the old school pinstriping down here. Letters, lines, and designs in 09. The car was completed about 9-10 years ago. Again, built here in Lake Havasu. There's a full build book that comes with this car, so it kind of takes you through it. Let's see here. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I didn't cover much of the engine, or at least the powertrain. I'm going to walk back up and cover that before we do a transition here. The transmission, and it's a turbo 350 automatic transmission. It has a B&M rebuild kit in it, which is clutch pack, bearings, seals, and a shift kit. Has a B&M Z-gate shifter. Has a Ford 9-inch rear differential. Open the door here. Again, factory door handles, kind of neat. Factory latch style latches. This is the door release here. You just lift it up. Power windows are added. Factory door handle on the outside. You'll see they did the paint line. They went all the way into the door jambs, so they didn't cheap out and finish, you know, on the outside and have one color or one single color door jamb. So it's two-tone like the rest of the car, which is nice. Nice little peep mirror here, visor. Has a tilt steering column that's finished in the gunmetal gray or the Nissan gray. So the exterior gray, metallic, follows all the way into the interior of the car, the trim garnish moldings. The windshield itself still opens up, so you got some kind of air conditioning. I wanted to cover the AC has a condenser in the front, so if you wanted to add AC to this car, you don't have to worry about putting a condenser in. You just put the dash unit in and the compressor, and you're set to go. Dolphin gauges with electronic odometer reading. All the gauges work nicely when it came out here. Has an electric fuel pump switch here. It's kind of a safety feature, is what that is. You have to actually turn it on to drive the car. If you don't, it's not going to run but what fuel's in the carburetor, and then you're done. The Z-gate shifter, B&M. Low car style pedals. The pedals are positioned nice. I like the big brake pedals so you can keep your foot to the left and get to it very fine. Grant steering wheel finished in a dark mahogany style finish, and it has a nice little overhead console here with a dark mahogany finish and a just a basic audio system with CD. I don't know if I can get it and get the light right. The headliner is finished in a the same material that the all the seats and that are done in, but it just nice. See how the button heads are covered there. Everything's rolled and nice up in the interior here. We're gonna fire it up. Starts right up. I drove it great. It drives great. We'll actually drive it back on the way to the, so you turn the key to the on. You can turn this on before if you want it, but this is not going to come on unless the key's on. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but you can hear the fuel pump on. We're going to fire it up. Started right up. I didn't even put my foot on the gas. Got a tachometer here, water temp here. Like I said, it's been running cool as a cucumber. 14 volts, 2,450 miles since it was built. Oil pressure driving down the road is going to be 330/40, which is typical small block Chevy 350. Oil pressure, I mean the fuel gauge is just under half, between half and a quarter. Headlight switch here. Get you some of the sound. Nice little cam in it. Pod the track 9-inch in the back. Show you how the power windows go up. Going up over there, tinted in it. Get this one to go up. Back down. Anyway, hey, hang on to the end of the video. Go to spudsgarage.com. Have a great day. All right, as promised, we'll get to the undercarriage. Top to bottom, this is really a sweet little car. Kind of give you a feel of the bottom side here. We talked on the walk around about the equipment, but we'll revisit that. It has a Pete and Jake's chassis with 4-bar rear suspension. You can see the 4-bar there. The dual exhaust exits right there. The Ford 9-inch rear differential. Fully adjustable in the back here with coilover shocks and GM style disc brakes in the rear, so 4-wheel disc brakes. The underbody is finished just like the top side of the car in the coin yellow. Go all the way around here. Again, the bottom side's just cute. This car drives as good as it looks too. Pete and Jake's chassis makes it nice and safe. Has weld racing wheels in the rear. It's at 235/75 R15s for a rear tire size. See the bottom 4-bar right there. Dual exhaust. It's all steel, by the way. We talked about that on the walk around. 4-bar suspension up front with a unisteer rack and pinion. And by the way, I drove this to the photo shoot across town. This car just drives wonderfully. Easy to steer. Front tire size is a, let's see here, a 195, or excuse me, I'll get it here, 185/60 R15. Again, weld racing wheels. Just nice and tidy, clean, very few miles since it was built. Disc brakes on the front, you see that there. Has a dropped axle in the front here with a get up here, a multi-leaf spring rather than just a mono. You can see multiple leaves in there. Trying to get up in there. Chrome gas shocks, chrome axle, chrome 4-bar, disc brakes. Should be getting near the end of the video. There were only 2 segments of this video. So last segment is generally our undercarriage. Dual saddle tanks I forgot to mention. I probably did it during the walk around. 9 gallons each side. Anyway, we think you get the idea. Go to spudsgarage.com. Have a great day. Alright, couldn't resist adding one more segment to the video. We're in the park here. We're going to take it out of the park, so I thought I'd share a little bit of start and drive with you. I'm 6'1". I sit in this car very nicely. Tilt wheel's nice. It's easy to steer. Mornings are busy here in the park because everybody comes out and takes a nice little walk. Put it gear. I've been driving this with one hand. Electric cooling fan is still not on. Temperatures, which is a good thing. That's the reason I say it is 160. I have no idea what it's set at, but this car with the Pete and Jake's chassis goes over these little speed bumps with the greatest of ease. I'm going to go by right here where we photoshot it, just a second. Little rear end in it, by the way, I don't think I mentioned it all the way through, is a Positrack. So it's got good little speed to it. Good little. This car's not only tame to drive, but I found it to be easy to drive. Got a nice little ride. Anyway, couldn't resist taking you through the park in Lake Havasu. Speedometer's working. Have a great day.